everyone, I'm Lynn from Cavy Central Guinea Pig Rescue. Welcome to the video. I have got three gorgeous piggies with me today called Fudge, Nutmeg and Millie, and each of them has an interesting learning point I'd like to share with you, and in particular one huge surprise along the way. So enjoy. Please make sure you like and subscribe and share this out. Hi everyone, I'm Lynn from Cavy Central Guinea Pig Rescue. Hi everyone, so now we have got Fudge, and Fudge had a massive sebaceous cyst which was removed well over a year ago, and what I will do is put a link to the video so that you can actually see that. But I wanted to show you where she's at now, because there's lots of talk about sebaceous cysts coming back if you don't remove the sac, and I've been teaching you and sharing with you methods that we have used successfully to treat and care for guinea pigs in this way. But let's just take a look. Here she is, and it was down in this region, so we'll have to hunt around. Hey little girl, found it. Okay, here we go. Okay, so what we have here is the remains of the cyst that was very open and large when she first came to see us, and you can see there's some tissue that's getting caught in these little areas, and I'm going to just wipe them free again. This is actually like a keloid scar, this tissue here. But again, 1 year on, she's doing really well. Nothing is there, it's completely flat. And you would not notice any of this in amongst the hairline. She's not wanting me to play down there, are you, sweetheart? No. We're going to do a bit of cleaning up with her. Okay, so let's just take care of that now, and just using some neat, just Malaseb in water. I'm just really going to, if I can find it. Where is it? Where's it gone? Ah, here. And just tell where it is. Just going to wipe over that. Make sure it stays nice and clean. Because the tissue's raised up a little bit, it can catch things in there. But that's really it. That's, you know, it's completely flat, completely clear, and she's well and truly 1 year on from that now. So if that's all the change that we have within a year, you know, that's fantastic. She's so much more comfortable. The lump is gone. It's not open to infection as it was when she first came in, and it was active infection. She's looking great. Okay, we're going to just do her ears and eyes. She's got a little bit of notice a little bit of debris around her eyes. Let's just wipe that back. Let's turn you around, everyone can see. Come on around here. You can see she's just got a little bit of crustiness around. There's a little bit of fungal taking hold here. We just want to make sure that's not anything happening with her as she gets older. We're going to just carefully treat that locally in that area. That's it. Let's just see. For some reason she's got a little tiny patch of fungal right there, so we'll just treat that by making it come away from the skin. You can see we're going to treat that. These girls have also been mite treated. They're regularly checked, but this is the sort of maintenance that you need to do with your piggy, just to check that they're in tip-top condition. She's an older girl now. Yeah, so this is a little bit of fungal just building up there. Very different to, you know, if a respiratory or something like that were on board. Let's just quickly wipe this eye as well. going to do their nails and make sure they're tickety-boo. We've got a lovely, beautiful afternoon, and they're having some grass time. Now this little marking here is actually white fur. A lot of people may have seen guinea pigs with a fungal infection up here, and this is not a fungal. If you look very carefully, she's actually got white and brown hairs in that area. So it's just part of her little features. Let's do her ears. It's like an annual little checkup when they come in for boarding. These piggies are very loved, which is great. Okay. Let's just wipe out that ear. People often ask how regularly should they clean their ears, and I recommend when you do their nails, do their ears as well. Just wiping gently. The liquid that I'm using here is just water with some dilute malaseb, which works very well. Particularly as you can get fungal in and around this area, and it just treats the skin at the same time. So we've already seen a little tiny patch up here under the eye. So this is just really taking care that it's all tip-top for her. Good. Gorgeous girl. Still got some continuous there. We'll just wipe your ear out. Go. Wonderful. Let's turn you around. We'll do this other ear. It's not quite as bad, and interesting, you know, the little bit of fungal on the other side corresponds to this ear as well, to the ear on that side. Okay, wonderful. If you're struggling to clean their ears, a lot of it revolves around how you hold them. I find it easiest on my lap, and you know, when you're blocking some of their vision, they really just want to sit in the one place because they know they're quite safe there, and you can firmly hold, you know, the ear in the way that you need to, so they're not going to suddenly move their head in any direction. We don't want this to go anywhere near their eye, so you need to keep it off to one side. And just having this hand here, they're quite settled. That's how we deal with it. And just going in around the folds. There we go. Good. Oh yeah, super good. Let's do the nails. Okay. Oh my word. Oh, you've got a stone, little girl. She's got a bladder stone. Oh my goodness, we can even see it. Look at that. Okay. So I'm just going to quickly put some. I know, you've got a bladder stone. Look at that. It's almost out, but it's really quite a large one. Let's do something about it. Okay, we're going to put just a local numbing agent on that area. Just as well we checked. Oh, because it's actually near the external exit of the ureter, we're going to use this numbing agent. and put it on there. We can also use medications like lidocaine, which is much stronger, and if the stone were not as accessible as this one is, you know, would go down that path. So what I'm doing is just applying this. You of course don't apply it with your finger or you'll get a numb finger, and that's not really good. So my word, I'm really glad we found this. Fudge, sebaceous cyst, and now a stone. When you do apply it, you need to apply it quite liberally. Oh, little poo. Let's just put that all the way around like that, and we're going to leave that on there and let her sit for a few minutes. Let's just do those. I'll take care of these nails while she's in this position. It takes a good 15 to 20 minutes for the numbing agent to be effective in that area, and you really have to be super careful with what you're doing. You have to have the magnification glasses that I use are 40 times, so it's 400 times closer to the image than what you would be normally. So it's important that you can see right up close, but also that the area is numbed sufficiently, because it's quite nasty and painful. But on top of that list is that no tissue is injured whatsoever. So the process of removing, you've seen us do this a number of times, but there's a lot of consideration there. And it's also knowing what you're dealing with. You know, I've dealt with some really large stones. This is quite sizable. She's definitely having difficulty passing it. She's been hiding away a bit, and I can actually feel down in here, so we may actually give her some lidocaine as well. But we're just going to, for now, we'll just see how easy it is to manipulate that, and if we can get that out. The other thing is actually having the correct tools that you can use to do this, because you can't use just anything, and they have to be very non-invasive to the area and be very safe. So I'm going to pop her down. We're going to give her a little bit of time. Let's take a look at one of the other piggies. Okay, so we have got this gorgeous little girl who has been on the same diet and the same lifestyle as Fudge. And I just wanted to talk about briefly how, if you have a herd of guinea pigs, there's always a guinea pig that seems to be trouble-free and doesn't have any issues. And in that case, it's this gorgeous little girl. It's not to say something might not go wrong, but of course she doesn't have any bladder stones. And, you know, like the one we've just seen with Fudge that we're about to deal with, she also hasn't had any health issues. She's always got a beautiful coat. So her immunity is really doing extremely well. And to top it all off, you know, when we look at a piggy like Fudge, she's had a sebaceous cyst, which we removed a year ago. Now she's got a bladder stone. So it just shows you again that changing to a low calcium diet is not necessarily the only answer to bladder stones. We found repeatedly with guinea pigs that have had the same life availability of food that one over others for some reason tends to develop them. So they're just more genetically perhaps vulnerable than others. So we need calcium in our diet, and there are ways of managing and talking about calcium. I'll do a specific video on that for you, but the big issue here is that calcium is needed for bone growth and for teeth, and of course they're constantly regrowing their teeth, so we cannot eliminate calcium. So I'll leave that for a separate video to go into in detail, but I just wanted to point out that this lovely girl doesn't have an issue, doesn't have a bladder stone, tends to not get any issues whatsoever. They've had the same diet and treatment, yet, you know, she's doing beautifully well. So we've just cleaned her ears. Let's just do another check down here, check any nails we need to. And just to show you, you know, if we have a look down here, she has nothing in that ureter that she's trying to pass. You see it's nice and clean. There's no crystallization there. There's no pain. So lots of factors that, you know, tell me she's doing really well. All right, let's quickly clip these nails. That's what I've got you there. And then we'll go back to number 3 piggy. Okay, so we're back here with Fudge, who has had some numbing cream on, and she's got a stone, what we would call a bladder stone, which has come all the way down. Ooh, eye booger. goodness. Which has come all the way down to the ureter, and it looks like it's stuck. So we're going to see if we can help remove that. Now, let's just take a look to begin with. This can be a really sensitive area, and with a stone of this size, we can even see it. We can actually see the stone. You need to be on top of pain management with this. So we may have to give her some lidocaine, and that's not something you can typically have access to. So in the case of an instance dealing with a stone like this, you really do need to know what you're doing, and you do need to have access to the right tools and equipment if you've got that. So let's just get her a bit more comfortable. They're a very nervous animal. Now she knows she's got a problem down here because it's been hurting for a while, and she certainly doesn't like being kept in this position she's in right now, but this is a really comfortable way. You can see the stone. It's literally stuck at the outside edge of the ureter, and this yellowing is where she's starting to get lots of what we call bladder sludge coming down, and it's getting caught. The whole area is a bit swollen and it's sore. So what I'm doing now is actually just feeling. That's very, very solid. So I'm just getting to look at what is actually there. The stone itself, it's actually nilly. It's very loose. She's not feeling anything, which is great. Not a sound. What we're going to do is get some oil onto that. Just some lubrication to see if we can help that. And we've got to carefully get that into and under the tissue so it can free up around the stone. And if we can make that a little bit more physically able to come out, then we'll be able to do so. Now, some stones are stuck for a very good reason, because they literally are too large to come out of this tiny exit point of the ureter, and that's when we need to look at how the stone can best do that so that no damage is occurring. I'm just going to try and get that little lip out. Really dooley. One go. No pain, not a single week. But look at that, completely gone. That is a very big stone. You can hear it? Hear that? Solid. There we go. That was, yeah, a real problem for her, and definitely stuck. These stones travel down from the bladder. They're able to make their way through, and they're probably smaller at the time they do that. But as they continue their descent in female guinea pigs, they go through the ureter, and that's actually where they can get stuck. Typically, only females pass them because the wiring, if you like, is a little bit more flexible and wider than with males. So for males, usually this results in bladder surgery to remove a bladder stone. With female guinea pigs, it sometimes makes it through to the ureter, as in this case, and it gets stuck. And then it continues to have other bladder sludge with calcium attached to it, and it gets thicker and thicker still. You can see here it's even got like little areas where most likely the urine has been following this path through and then out. The problem here being that when the stone gets so large and the bladder sludge is building up, they can no longer urinate, and that's incredibly painful and nasty. And for the guinea pig, they're not able to survive that. So it's always important to check your guinea pigs over. If you notice something like this is very hard, it's very solid, and it's unmistakable in that area that you saw with the video. Something needs to be done and acted on very swiftly to remove this. So if you have any questions, please pop them down below. I'd love to hear from you. We get a lot of comments here on YouTube, on our YouTube channel, and we, try and answer them as in detail as we can. This is something we do face in rescue, and as you can see, that's a really large stone, but due to its shape and position, we were able to get that out relatively easy. So Fudge, you're ready to go home. Amazing. Let's just put that stone there. We'll show your mum and dad when they come to collect you. Let's take a final look. Fudge down here, and of course she's still, this is all the oil that was around there. It's probably a little bit sensitive, but the stone is gone. Now, she may still have stones further up in the bladder. Yeah, so the more she urinates at the moment, the more that's going to help her. So she's got a bit of skin around that nipple there. This skin, I'll just wipe that down. Yeah, look, a relatively simple process. In the days following a stone being removed like that, you expect to see some more discolored urine appearing, so in the form of bladder sludge that was coming down anyway. So we'll see how she goes. We'll keep you posted. But 1 year on, sebaceous cyst is gone, and now she has a bladder stone which has departed. Make sure you like and subscribe. I really appreciate it if you share this content out so we can help other owners with their piggies who may not know hidden little things like today. Take care. Bye everyone.